aka Simstress here today, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are actually very excitingly building for my save file. So I am currently getting started with building a save file for The Sims 4, which I'm very excited about. I'm just gonna build it like how I want The Sims 4, and then if anyone else wants to use it, they are more than welcome to, but I'm not like doing like a specific way. Like I don't expect anyone to download it, but I'm just building it for myself, and if anyone wants to download it, they can. I will put it out there for download. So yeah, that's basically what's happening with my save file. Like I said, I don't expect anyone to want to download it, but if they do, they can. But it probably won't be finished for quite a while, so I wouldn't be like have your hopes up for it anytime soon, because I am slow. But anyway, this is a renovation of the Pancakes house. This basically is the house that I think Bob and Eliza Pancakes would want, or at least Eliza probably would want. Not sure about Bob. Bob, I feel like maybe might go for a bit more of like a modern build, maybe. This is more like Eliza style. This house is a classic blue suburban. Like, this is the definition of blue suburbia. Like, it's just a family house. It's like the perfect family house, and I feel like that's exactly what Eliza would want. She just wants perfection, and that's what this is. Now, this may get redone in the future. I'm not gonna lie, because I built this a while ago, and I've looked back on it, and I've kind of been like, do I like it that much? And I feel like I do like it, but I don't love it, you know what I mean? And so this may get redone in the future, but this was like one of the very first builds that I did for my save file. You can see actually in the lot next door there is a starter house that I built. Yes, that is a starter house. I know I shocked even myself by the fact that that is a starter house, but it is a starter house. And that was like the first build I did for my save file, and then I immediately did this one. So this is like the second build I ever did for my save file, and I'm kind of like I said, I do like it, but I also don't love it. So it may get redone in the future when hopefully my building skills improve in the future. Then I may redo it, because I may, you know, want something different for Bob and Eliza. We'll see. But for the moment, this will do, and I wanted to put it out anyway because I actually do like it, and it is a nice like blue suburban family home. So yeah, this is on the gallery as well. If you search my ID xSimstress or search the hashtag simstress, it should pop up. It is literally just called the Pancakes new house, I think, something like that. But yeah, it's on the gallery, so if you do want to check it out, you can do. But yeah, anyway, I think we're pretty much done with the exterior. The exterior, I had a lot of issues picking a wallpaper for the exterior, because I was kind of like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I knew I wanted like blue. I knew I definitely wanted to use that blue wood paneling, but like I didn't know what to pair it with. In the end, I just kind of settled with white, but then the white looked too plain, and you know, I'm very much one for, if I use white on a house, I will cover it in like ivy and foliage and all of that stuff. I will literally just cover it. But that didn't really fit with my idea of what I thought Eliza Pancakes would want her house to look like. You know, I thought she would want it to be absolutely pristine, and that wouldn't have fit with that kind of vibe. So in the end, I couldn't cover this one with ivy, but it is still completely white, which I feel like maybe is one of the reasons why I don't love this house, is because it's very much built for Eliza Pancakes style, and that is very much the opposite of my style. Like, my dream house would be absolutely covered in ivy and just completely overgrown, but also be a really nice house, like a really nice house completely overgrown, covered in ivy, a really classic old English look. And I actually did a build recently. I'm actually midway through it at the moment. I'm doing the Evelyn shell challenge. I will link that in the description below if I remember, but basically she has made a shell, and you have to decorated to make a house out of it yourself, and I was doing that, and I did the exterior of it, and I've absolutely fallen in love with the exterior of that build because it is so just classic, common, just classic like old English, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's stone brick, it's covered in ivy, it just looks like an old English cottage, and I love it to bits, and I'm like, I want to live here, like it is so pretty. The layout and the shape, not really my dream house layout slash shape, but the actual like exterior and the way it looks with the ivy and the brick and things, that is, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it to bits. So yeah, but anyway, back to the pancakes. That is a completely irrelevant build that will be going up on my channel, by the way. I've recorded it, so don't worry about that. But yeah, anyway, back to the pancakes. So we have finally moved on to the interior layout. Now, there are 2 bedrooms in this house because in my save file I've decided to include Iggy. If you don't know who Iggy is the pancakes child. He is a toddler that was created by Maxis slash the Sims team. He's on the gallery with a version of Bob and Eliza that are a little bit older. So I've decided to put them in him in my save file with the pancakes because I just think, you know, it's part of the lore, but it's not actually included in the game, so I'm going to include it in the game in my version of the game. I know Plumbella has Iggy in her save file. I'm not sure if Lil Simsy does, but I know Plumbella does. So yeah, I'm going to include Iggy as well because I think he is adorable, and the poor guy is just suffering. And also The Sims 4, obviously, because toddlers weren't a thing when The Sims 4 first came out. All of the pre-made families in The Sims 4 seriously lack toddlers, especially the base game world pre-made families. Just, there's no toddlers anywhere because they weren't a thing when the base game came out, which is I think why Iggy is on the gallery and why he was even made in the first place, because I think they used him in like the announcement that toddlers were going to be a thing, or just when toddlers first came out they made Iggy just to be like, you can now have toddlers, you know what I mean? So yeah, he will be included in my save file because I think, I just think, yeah, we should include him. So there is his bedroom upstairs, and there's also Bob and Eliza's bedroom. So there's no room for extending of the family unless you have another child and just make them share a room with Iggy. But yeah, anyway, so I've talked completely over the kitchen and dining room, but this is the kitchen dining room. I put a bar in here because Bob's in the culinary career, and I know you do mixology in the culinary career, so but then to be fair, I built this and then took Bob out of the culinary career because he now owns the restaurant that I built in town, which is another video that's going to be coming on my channel very soon, of Bob's restaurant, basically. So he's not actually in the culinary career anymore, but I figured a bar would probably be good anyway, because I feel like Eliza probably is the type to just throw random house parties at random times just to be like, hey, I have friends, come to my party, you know what I mean? So yeah, but the interior of this house is very blue. I seriously ran with like the blue suburban theme all the way through the house. I think every single room is blue except maybe the bathrooms. I'm not sure if I left the bathrooms in this build actually. I may have cut the bathrooms out of this build, but I don't think they're blue. I think they're the only room that's not really got anything blue in it, and maybe the conservatory as well, like the little glass room out the back. I don't think that's got anything blue in it. But the walls are completely glass except one wall, which I think ends up being white. So it probably would have been blue had the walls not been windows. So yeah, we can't really include that, but I think literally every single room has some element of blue in it, because I don't know, there's something about a blue and white colour scheme that's just so pristine, and I feel like Eliza would really want that. And you know, I feel like Bob has had absolutely zero say in my like furnishing of this house. Like, he had no input when it came to interior design here. I feel like he probably was completely focused on his like restaurant and that, so he just kind of left Eliza to do the house, and then he came back and was living in this like blue suburban mess and is now just kind of stuck here. I feel like that's what happened. But anyway, yeah, so the living room is just a classic living room. It's very big, actually. A lot of the rooms in this house are very big. The kitchen dining room looked big, and then I started filling it up with things, and then it got a little bit cramped, but it's kind of cramped in a realistic way, like, because I feel like in The Sims a lot of the time you end up with very unrealistic, like large gaps in hallways and things where there's just nothing, and it feels a lot more realistic to me when there are like little cramped spaces that you've got to squeeze through. Because even though, I mean, my house doesn't really have any little cramped spaces you've got to squeeze through, but in The Sims, I feel like those little cramped spaces that they've got to squeeze through are just like realistic gaps in real life, you know what I mean? So, yeah, anyway, there's the bathroom. The bathroom isn't blue. At least it's not blue yet. It might get some blue in it in a minute. Let's see. Uh, oh, there's a blue potty. Okay, yeah, the blue theme continues. Oh, I think I put a blue counter down too. Yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, so the bathroom is blue. I take back everything I've said. I think literally then just the conservatory is not blue. But I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, so there is two bathrooms in this house. There's one on the ground floor with a potty, and I think that also, yeah, that one just has a shower. The one upstairs has a shower bath, so you can bathe the toddler. Um, but the one upstairs, I believe I cut out of this because it is exactly the same as the one downstairs, except with the shower bath instead of just a shower. And the one upstairs also has a potty in it, I think. So, yeah, two potties in this house for Iggy. There isn't a high chair, actually. I don't think I placed a high chair because high chairs are a pain in the arse in this game. But you could easily just sling one in the dining room if you want one in your gameplay. But anyway, we've moved on to Bob and Eliza's bedroom, and again, I just don't think Bob had any input in this room at all. I did have these closets from Get Together in as well, just to kind of fill up that wall, I guess, and just have like a completely full wall of things, because I was running out of artwork to use, and I was just like, let's just fill it up with closets, that's fine. Bob and Eliza can have a closet each. I definitely do not see them as the type of people to share a closet. I mean, in the original game, like in their house in the base game, they don't even share a bedroom, so like they're not gonna share a closet. They do share a bedroom in my build, however, because I just thought that was weird. Like, to be honest, no matter how much you like despise the person you're married to, you probably share a room anyway. Like, I am the only situation I've ever heard of in real life where people don't share a room is like a really old couple, if one of them is like ill or something like that and they physically can't share a bed. Like, I've heard that they don't share beds, but they usually put the beds in the same room at least, even if they're in two single beds. So and even that's really uncommon. So like, yeah, I just thought it was realistic to just keep them living in the same bed, especially because they've had a child now. I mean, how would you have a child if you're not even sleeping in the same bed? That makes no sense to me. So yeah, anyway, they share a room. Anyway, so on to Iggy's room. So Iggy's room is, I mean, I was gonna make it like really child friendly, and then I was like, no, Eliza decorated this room. There's no way that the walls have got weird prints on them or things like that, you know what I mean? This is just gonna be like a classic child room. um it's quite old-fashioned looking, really. I mean, he's just got like normal adult furniture. He's got a few toys around, but generally speaking, it's quite like an old-fashioned kind of maybe like grown-up room. You know, it's not as juvenile as a lot of kids' rooms, and I felt like that was quite an Eliza design choice as well. Again, I don't think Bob had much to do with any of the furnishing of this house, so and Iggy definitely didn't, because Iggy is a literal child. So yeah, this is definitely Eliza's influence all over the house, and like I said, again, it's blue. I know everything is blue, but yeah, that's just how it turned out. Anyway, so we're just quickly shutting some things down in the hallways. Just really simple stuff, just to fill in the space. Nothing major, just a chair and a plant on a table. Like, I'm pretty sure that's all I put here. And then the downstairs hallway, I think I put like a coat rack or something like that, but like nothing special. I also put a bookcase on this top floor. Okay, that's interesting. Can't remember doing that, but hey ho. Anyway, yeah, just placing some art on the walls and curtains and then some shoe racks, I think, and then that's pretty much it. I feel like I cut most of this out, but apparently I didn't, so that's fine. Oh, I put a couch in there. Wow, I really can't remember building this. It has been a while. Like, it's taken me a long time to get to doing this voiceover. And then, yeah, I think I got to this point, you know, and remembered that I hadn't done the conservatory, so I quickly whizzed into there. Like, I feel like I should have done that after I'd done the living room, but I just didn't, so. Anyway, we got Bob's exercise machine out here. I think it's Bob's. It might be Eliza's, actually. I feel like there was something weird about that exercise machine. I can't remember what it was, but I know someone had one in their old house, so I decided to include it in this one. And a chess table and an easel, just some little hobby things in the conservatory. Obviously, if you were going to play in this house, whether you were playing with Bob or Eliza or not, you could change the things that are in that room to suit the Sims that you're playing with. So yeah. And then onto the back garden. So I did put a pool out here. Again, it was just like the idea of like an ideal suburban life that I wanted to go with. So I thought the pool was a good fit. And I really wanted to put that the kiddie pool out here, but I feel like I end up deleting it in the end because I placed it in a load of different positions and then eventually decided that it just didn't fit, I think. So I think I do get rid of that in the end. But I did put these swings out here as well under this tree. I thought Eliza maybe bought those for Iggy. Maybe Iggy is like nearly a child and nearly at the age where he can use them, so she's bought them to sort of like satisfy his childlike needs when he turns into a child. Which, like, basically she's preparing for the future, you know what I mean? And I feel like they kind of go with the perfect kind of family home vibe that I was really trying to capture with Bob and Eliza's house. But anyway, we are coming up on screenshots now. This house is very nearly done. I'm just adjusting a bit of the landscaping out the back and then putting a fence around it because I don't have a white picket fence in The Sims. I don't know if that is even a thing in The Sims, and if it is, I haven't got the pack that it comes in. But yeah, just sort of like a white fence around that. And then here we have the screenshots. So these will quickly run through other rooms. I think the dining room is so, oh god, I hate the interior and exterior of this house, to be honest. I would never live here, but I think it's so Bob and Eliza. Well, it's so Eliza. It's not really Bob, but it's so Eliza. The living room's nice. I can get behind the living room. I think that's cute. My living rooms always seem to end up looking like that. Like, I always use blue in my living rooms for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Like I said, this is available on the gallery under my ID xSimstress or the hashtag simstress. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and a comment. And if you are new here, please subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.